So let's start with the happy couple, shall we? Peter Phillips, Princess Anne's eldest son, the late Queen's favorite grandson, and frankly, the most normal royal you've never heard of. His marrying Harriet Sperling, an NHS paediatrician who's probably the most down-to-earth person to join this circus since never. Now here's where it gets juicy. Peter Phillips isn't just any cousin. He's in Switzerland in the royal family war. Think of him as the diplomatic uncle at your family Christmas who somehow manages to get along with everyone, even your weird Brexit-obsessed relative. He maintained relationships with both camps of the Windsor Civil War, making him the perfect potential peacemaker. Welcome back to Royal Cookies, where we serve up the juiciest royal gossip with a side of heart-wrenching humanity. Please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. But here's the kicker, and this is where my detective skills come in handy. Sources suggest that Harry is genuinely considering attending. After skipping the Duke of Westminster's wedding in 2024, which, let's be honest, was probably the right call considering William was literally an usher, this could be Harry's chance to dip his toe back in the royal water. Right? Imagine you're organizing the seating chart for this wedding. You've got William on one side, future king, desperately trying to maintain royal dignity while probably internally screaming. Then you've got Harry, the spare-turned-exile, who spent the last few years airing family laundry on Netflix like it's a bloody soap opera. The tension levels at this wedding could power half of London. We're talking about brothers who haven't been in the same room together without looking like they'd rather wrestle a bear. The last time they were photographed together, the body language experts had a field day. Apparently, their postures suggested they'd rather be literally anywhere else. And let's not forget the elephant in the room, or should I say, the American actress who won't be in the room? Because let's be honest, Meghan's probably not getting an invitation to this particular party. The optics alone would send the palace press office into cardiac arrest. Can you imagine the headlines? Meghan returns, the reckoning or Duchess of Sussex crashes royal wedding, security called. But here's what's fascinating. Sources close to the royal family are whispering about peace talks. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently, there have been behind-the-scenes conversations about potentially using this wedding as a neutral ground for reconciliation. It's like royal family therapy, but with fancy hats and overpriced canapés. Now, you might be thinking, surely Harry wouldn't miss his own cousin's wedding. Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because royal family dynamics are more complicated than assembling IKEA furniture after 3 glasses of wine. Let's talk about Harry's recent track record, shall we? The Duke of Sussex has become the master of strategic wedding dodging. Remember the Duke of Westminster's wedding in 2024? That was supposed to be the social event of the year, over 400 guests, Prince William serving as usher, basically everyone who's anyone in British high society. Harry's response? Thanks but no thanks. And honestly, brilliant move. Why voluntarily walk into what would essentially be a photo opportunity for every tabloid in Britain? The headlines would have been absolutely brutal. Awkward brothers avoid eye contact while cutting wedding cake, or William and Harry, the frostiest best men in history. But here's the thing about Peter Phillips' wedding. It's different. This isn't just some aristocratic mate getting married. This is family. Proper family. The kind of family connection that even California sunshine and Netflix millions can't completely erase. Plus, and this is where it gets really interesting, Peter Phillips has been quietly maintaining relationships across the royal divide. He's been to Harry's kids' events, he's stayed in touch with the Sussexes, and has managed to do it all without causing a diplomatic incident. He's basically the royal family's version of Switzerland, neutral, reliable, and surprisingly effective at keeping secrets. Right? Let's put ourselves in Harry's designer trainers for a moment. What's the strategic value of attending this wedding? Well, first off, it's a chance to show that he's still part of the family without having to genuflect to his father or play nice with the institution that he's spent years criticizing. Peter Phillips represents everything Harry probably misses about royal life. The genuine family connections, the shared experiences, the inside jokes that only come from growing up in the absolute madness of the Windsor clan. Plus, Peter's kids and Harry's kids are cousins, and despite everything that's happened, Harry's always been big on family connections for his children. There's also the public relations angle, and don't think the Sussexes aren't thinking about this. Attending a family wedding shows that Harry's not completely burned all his bridges. It's a softer narrative than the Harry versus the institution story that's dominated headlines for years. Instead, it becomes Harry chooses family over feud, much better optics, don't you think? But here's the masterstroke: if Harry shows up alone, without Meghan, it sends a very specific message. It says, I can navigate this family situation on my own terms. Now here's where things get properly spicy. Will Harry even get an invitation? I mean, technically, family is family. But we're talking about a family that's got more protocols than a nuclear submarine. Peter Phillips is in an absolutely impossible position here. Invite Harry, and you risk creating the royal equivalent of a soap opera. Don't invite him, and you look like you're choosing sides in a family feud that's already torn the monarchy apart. It's like being asked to choose between your mum and your dad in a divorce. Except your mum is the future queen and your dad lives in California and has a Netflix deal. The guest list for this wedding is going to be more scrutinized than a UN peace treaty. Every name, every +1, every table arrangement will be analyzed by royal watchers like we're decoding the bloody Enigma machine. If you're obsessed with royal strategy and environmental impact like I am, make sure you're subscribed to Royal Cookies because we're serving up the most sustainable royal content on YouTube. And remember, in a world full of fast fashion and royal scandals, sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is wear your values on your sleeve, preferably in a gorgeous shade of green. Sophie's proving that environmental activism isn't just about what you do, it's about who you become. Until next time, keep munching on those eco-friendly royal cookies.